Good morning and welcome to the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast. It's episode 42. And 42, that number rings a bell somewhere. 42. Wasn't 42 like Hank Aaron's number? I can't remember. Anyway. Well, today is episode 42, and we're talking about the subject, how do you make money with your blog? How do you make money doing what you love to do? As most people think, they think I have like this great preparation process for coming in here and recording these podcasts every day. Bottom line is I think of a topic, put together a few ideas in the head, and shoot them out. It's not heavily done. It's what I love to do. Sharing with you things and putting on tape things that I'm thinking in my mind rather than just letting them keep wandering there. Most of you will not do that. Most of you will go, well, I got to get something perfect. Well, I got to get my camera right. Well, I got to get my microphone right. Many of you will not go do what you love to do because you simply do not think it's going to make money for you. Now, let's face it, back when I was a teenager, making money doing what I love to do is a different story. I think we all have that problem. When we were a teenager, we thought there was something we wanted to do. I think it was drink, hang out with girls, all right, and maybe race hot rods or something like that. And some people found a way to make money doing that, but not all of us. As we get older, doing what we love and making money doing it becomes a challenge. Because our interests keep changing. And you see, one of the problems most people have is they never, as we talked about yesterday, follow one course until successful. They never build on something and then build from that. This now works, let me build from that. Now, of course, I always give my guarantees. Guarantee you're going to work for a dream. Guarantee you're going to have to do something you don't like. Guarantee you're going to have to market and promote. Guarantee you're only going to get out of something what you put into it. Now, that comes back to how do you make money doing what you love to do? Well, number 4 in that, number 1, number 2 is going to have something to do with it. Number 2 is the fact that every now and then you're going to have to do part of something what you do is going to have to be something you don't like. But number 4 is you're only going to get out of something what you put into it. So first of all, if you're not making money doing what you love, all right, first of all, stop trying to find something you love and maybe change your attitude about what you're doing now. Imagine your world if it changed so much because your attitude changed. I tell you guys many a times, I've met throughout the years, thanks to my coach and mentor, Craig Duswalt, I have met a ton of people that he knew, that he was connected to, that you know what I mean, and he connected me to, who are celebrities. One of the first heartfelt connections I ever made through Craig Duswalt was someone who lives here in Dallas. And I was not in awe with him, although most people think, you're in awe with him because he was in all these movies. Yeah, so what? I love this man because of the fact of who he is when he's not on the movie set. And that is Glenn Morshower. Glenn, if you're listening to this, brother, I love you. I appreciate you so much, and you have been such a mentor to me, just not by what you do, but by how you live. Glenn has opened up many times. I've heard Glenn speak in California, Las Vegas, Los Angeles, I think Virginia or something like that too. West Virginia. I've heard Glenn speak all over the country. Just happened to be in the places he was at, and I'm very fortunate. But I love Glenn because of the fact that Glenn actually lives his message. Before he opens his mouth and preaches it, he lives it. And it starts with this whole thing on attitude and doing what you love to do. You see, he had an attitude, and he actually opened up a speech one time. He may have done it more than once. I can't remember. And he talked about, where I wish I was. And then he begins to describe the very spot he is in at that moment in time. And he goes, wow, I got my wish. And so many of us are out there trying to go, how do I make money doing what I love? Rather than switch it around is, how can I love where I'm at right now and be successful? Now, this whole thing prompted today because I get up in the morning and I read through some different chat boards and stuff like that to try to start the day out, because I love to do what I love to do. And one of the chat boards I'm in was a blogging chat board, which I visit on a regular basis and answer questions in there to help those people in blogging, because after all, it's what I do. I never go in and market my services. I just go in and help people. And those people who want to take it to another level, get to know who I am, they'll find out that I can help them a lot further with blogging than they can by answering the questions in there. But this person said, I've had my blog for 5 years. How do I monetize it? I've just been posting content. How do I monetize it? Now, if you've attended Blog and VideoCon or you've been any of my blogging classes, you know very well, all right? It is a process that she should have started 5 years ago. But most people are caught up into the idea of, in order to make money doing something, this is the path I need to follow. And again, yesterday, we talked about being focused on what you want to do. But so often, I think we miss the idea of being open to the ways to make the focused plan work. Now, I get requests all the time for things. Requests. I think I actually got a request this week from someone who connected with me, wants me to be on their podcast. And I looked at their podcast and I said, I'm sorry, I've got no interest in being on their podcast. Not that they're not doing great things. I just don't have an interest into it, because I don't see the monetization angle. I don't see as one of my mentors said, the boomerang effect. How can I do this and it will actually boomerang back, like the microphone, boomerang back into helping me follow my purpose? But then again, sometimes we can get caught up into that and we can just turn it down because we don't like the person and totally miss the whole idea that we could have monetized it. For you guys, most of us don't realize that in the very business path you are in, that there are probably 2 to 3 ways that you can be making more money doing what you're doing. But many of you won't sit down, won't invest like I did many, many times. I've invested $500, $1,000 to sit down with a consultant or a coach who knew more than me, to just literally sit down with an empty pad of paper and a pen and get advice from them, and then take the notes down and do it. So often we are connecting with people with the idea of, how can I make money from connecting with this person? You absolutely need to think about the ideas of being open to connecting with people, understanding who you get advice from and who you take advice from and who you give advice to. I am open to sitting down with people and investing to find out how to fix things, how to make things better, how to get things going, how to make more monetization. And when I sit down with these people, sometimes they go in and go, well, Tim, have you thought about bot, and they give me a list. Didn't think about that. Now, my coach, my mentor, Craig, I've actually had times where I've said something to Craig and he goes, oh, I never thought of that. Guess what? Craig does it to me all the time. I've now reached a thing where Craig and I actually can feed off of each other and help each other all the time, because we're on the same wavelength and we're both thinking of success for our clients all the time. But we are maintaining success in our own business. Some of you, to monetize, have never figured out how to make money doing what you loved, have not actually thought about all the ways that you can make money doing what you love. Sometimes doing what you love means actually I donate my time and some money to a charity that I love, but I work over here to raise the money to go over and do what I love. Some of us want to accept that and some of us don't. If you're wondering, how do you make money doing what you love? Maybe today is the day that you should sit down. You should write down a plan. I started a blog. I started a vlog. I started a podcast. What's the end goal in this? I started a podcast. I started this the end of last year, this Simple Easy Marketing podcast. something I've wanted to do for a year, and just took my time in doing it. Finally, I decided I was going to do it, and I was going to do an episode a day for the next 365 days. This weekend, I am traveling, and I am still going to do my episodes each day. If I have to do them from my cell phone, I'm going to do them. You see, putting the plan together to become monetized is usually the hardest thing. Because once you start the plan in motion, now all of a sudden opportunities will open up to you. So again, focus like we talked about yesterday. Get a plan, all right, to start going down a road. Like the young lady who was actually on the blog thing this morning, talking about the very concept of how do I monetize my blog, not realizing that because all she was thinking about how can I get ads? How can I make money in the ads? Because I need to make it and make it fast. You should have been planting affiliate marketing links in your blog for the past 5 years. Yeah, but affiliate marketing, I mean, come on. I sell a product on Amazon, I get 5 pennies. That's 5 pennies you didn't have before. And then you get enough products giving you 5 pennies, you'll make it. The standard joke, all right, in the actually affiliate marketing space is, hey, if you buy this, I get a cup of coffee. Most people won't sit down and just try to make the cup of coffee a couple hundred times. Instead, they're trying to make the one big payday. A bunch of coffees add up. Little by little. One step at a time. That's a simple, easy process. Is take it a step at a time. Do what you can do today and see what you can do tomorrow. Forget about the past. All right. Stop worrying about, okay, I spent 5 years doing this and I've got nothing. Great. Don't criticize yourself for it. All right. Learn from it. Get up now and start changing what you're doing today to monetize and start making money doing what you love starting today. Again, back to that Glenn thing. Love where I'm at. Create the attitude to where you are at is the joy of being there. Loving what you do, not doing what you love should have been the mantra. If you love what you're doing, then you're going to be doing what you love. Just saying, if you think about it. So I want to thank you guys for coming in today. Do me a favor. If these actual podcasts do something for you, would you share them out? Now, we broadcast this almost every day live using a tool called StreamYard. All right. Some of you have StreamYard. A lot of people in my audience know about StreamYard and connected to it. But if you want StreamYard, by all means, there's a link in the podcast for you to actually get it and get a free trial or get on it and use it for free. Cost you nothing. You can try it out. We broadcast these out. We put them up on our YouTube channel. We put them up on our Facebook page, and we put them up on our Facebook groups. We take the audio and we pull the audio out of it and we put it up we use Anchor FM with part of Spotify. It's put out to Apple and iHeart and all these other different things on the podcast network. And then we create a blog about it. Something that I've talked about for a long time was repurpose your content. Create one form of content and then put it all over the place. Break it up. Make it social media posts. We do this every day. And the greatest thing we get to do about it is help people. You can listen to this for free. You can actually get, all right, tomorrow's episode will not be broadcast on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It won't. There's only one place you can get it. You have to be subscribed over at Simple Easy Podcast. We only, every 10 episodes, we make one specifically for our members, for our subscribers. And tomorrow's episode will be that way. So you can go check it out, Simple Easy Podcast, and subscribe. But also, you might want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Tim Gillette, where you can catch both this podcast and the Tim Gillette Show, all right, where we interview some of the most coolest people who are entrepreneurs solving problems in the world. You can go over there and check that out, timgilletteshow.com. If you want to be on the show, be interviewed by us, right now we're looking for interesting stories to share with America. You can go to timgillette.com/podcast interview. I think I actually have that in a thing here somewhere. Do I? Yep, there we go. Be a guest on the Tim Gillette Show, timgillette.com/podcast interview. Go through our process. It's all automated, and you can actually be a guest on our show. We'd love to have you and get to know you and share your information with our audience. We've got a very unique audience. But you can also help us grow our audience by sharing the things that you've learned from our podcasts with your audience. Because after all, almost everybody who comes on my podcast, you bet I'm going to check out theirs and share out the good stuff. I'm actually going to share out some good stuff today with someone I'm going to be working with tomorrow. Someone who's really cool in the podcasting space, all right? Just going to say I like her a lot. She's been on my Tim Gillette show, and I'm going to share out her information, and I'm going to be on one of her shows tomorrow. I'm doing what I love and loving what I do and making money doing it. Are you? I'm Tim Gillette with the Simple Easy Marketing Podcast, and I thank you today for being our guest, all right? Stay tuned, all right? I'll be back tomorrow with another episode of great information about simple, easy marketing. Simple, easy marketing, guys. SimpleEasyEvents.com, where you can actually create your content so that your clients and customers can find you, get to know you, and buy from you faster. I'm Tim Gillette. I'll see you later.